I'm back in Olbia today. This is the 5th of April and Black Swan's just been launched by the company that have been looking after the boats and anti-fouled it and looks all nice and clean and quite impressed with everything.
Me lo chiedono oggi qui nevica e l'orologio segna già domenica. Non lavoro più come un tempo e sai che c'è, sono leggero come il vento e anche se cammino a stento sono vivo.
So I'm leaving Olbia. This is the Tuesday the 16th of April and we're heading to a small island off the Italian coast called Isla di Ponza. I have a new crewman who joined me late yesterday evening. His name's Chris. Well, Chris, whereabouts in Austria do you live?
Close to Vienna.
Oh, that's a nice place, isn't it?
It's very nice. It's very nice, but no sea there.
Yeah.
That's why whenever I get a chance, I like to go sailing.
Good. So you're a coastal skipper, aren't you?
Yes, Yachtmaster Coastal Skipper. Got it in February this year.
Right.
And I just want to get as much experience as possible and maybe go for the next level.
Yeah, that's the Yachtmaster.
Yeah.
Offshore. Well, I arrived here on the 4th of April and the boat was launched from the boatyard, which is just across the way here. And I've been here for this last week, but the weather's been really strange. We've had high winds, lots of rain and very unsettled. But now we've got 3 or 4 days of really settled weather. Not a lot of wind, unfortunately, but hopefully the winds should pick up a bit when we get out of the Olbia Channel and get offshore a bit. This is the Isla Boca with the lighthouse. This marks more or less near the start of the main entrance into Olbia. Melody Makers this was. That was, I forget all the names of all these different characters. Donald Duck.
All the funny characters.
Yeah.
From the cartoons.
The Roadrunner. Jinx. Minx and Jinx.
Badge.
That's it.
Yeah. Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Daffy Duck. And, that's what's the name of that little yellow bird?
I think it's I forget the name.
She was also calling the cat like the putty cat or something.
That's right. Well, it's typical. As I said, when I arrived on the 4th of April until yesterday morning, we've had very strong northerly winds. Sometimes they come the opposite way from the east, northeast. And Chris arrived yesterday evening and there we are, we've got no wind at all. It's like a mill pond. So we're not doing any sailing at all, we're just motoring along with the mainsailing. That's the trouble with the Mediterranean, it's either too much wind or no wind at all. So I think we've got a few days a bit like this, so we might be doing a lot of motoring, which is a shame really. But anyway, we'll wait and see what happens. But we've got a 26-hour sail to Isla di Ponza. It's 158 miles in total, so it's quite a long way. And then from Isla di Ponza we're going to go back to the southern end of Sardinia, which is a 200-mile sail. So I don't want to be motoring for 350 miles. Wouldn't be my idea of fun. Well, you never know. We've had a swallow that's come in to the cabin. He's been flying around the boat for quite a while and he's got tired. And there he is, he's come into the cabin. He didn't want to, he tried to land on the sail, but he just flew in. He's tired, he's got overtired. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful to look at, really very velvety they are. That's what's happened, he just wants to rest. Here's our little friend. He's sitting there, look, resting. Follows in and out the cabin.
So much wildlife around there.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, he was there going along slowly.
Okay.
Got 2 more swallows now. We've got 3 swallows on the boat. 2 on the spreader and 1 down below. But they're still not quite comfortable. The other one flew straight into the cabin. So they're trying to rest. They're obviously very tired. It's getting dark now, so not quite comfortable. They need to get into the cabin, but well, we've got a little sad story this morning. We had about 4 swallows are flying around the boat at dusk, and one had flown in and out of the cabin, and he'd gone into the forward bunk. And I thought he'd be all right, but when I looked in, he died overnight. I don't know if he just died of shock. But the other one, I'll show you where he was. The other one was here behind the spray hood. I think he was a more mature bird, and Chris said he was trying to give him some water this morning and he flew off. Well, good morning from the Tyrrhenian Sea. We're nearly across to Italy. We've got another 60 miles to run. We've had to motor pretty well right through the night, and we're going to have to put some more fuel in the fuel tank. We've hardly had any wind at all, but yeah, just going back to the swallows, they're migrating from Africa back up to northern climates, because in the summertime in the northern climates they can get plenty of food. When they cross large spaces of water, it's always obviously a problem for them, because what happens is they get fatigued, and a lot of them must die on their migration passages. But they were desperate, the 3 or 4 of these little swallows, to try and land on Black Swan yesterday evening. And as I say, this morning, this only looks quite a young fledgling. And I don't know, he seemed all right when he was in the cabin last night, but you know, these sort of could die of shock, you know, with us being on the boat and everything. But that's all part of nature. But this is something they do every year. There's thousands and thousands of birds migrate each year from Africa, then up to Northern Europe. Well, it's the first time we've had bow racing the dolphins. I think these are common dolphins. Water's lovely and clear. There we go. There we are. Well, we've got quite a change in the weather today. I mean, this is probably one of the nicest days I've had since I've come out to Sardinia. But we haven't had much wind, so we've had to do an awful lot of motoring, which is a shame. So the problem with the Med, I think I might have mentioned it before, you either get very strong winds or you have very, very light winds, you know, and we've had virtually no winds at all, so we've had to motor. But this is the Pontin Islands. They're off the west coast of Italy, just south of Rome, between Rome and Naples, and they're supposed to be quite spectacular. So I'm quite looking forward to going to somewhere I've never been to before. The dolphins here. There we go.
Limones verdes y matitas de perejil. Llevaba limones verdes y matitas de perejil. Que me gusta tu color y bien lo sabe Dios. Me gusta tu color de amarillo verde limón. Me gusta tu color, tu color.